Money is blind. Welcome back, guys. This is Prasoon. Earlier, I hesitated to use the word blind because I feared it. But now, after starting this show, it is one of the best and it is one of the most. No, I'll rephrase that sentence again. It is one of the words that I use the most every day. So, welcome back to the show. This is the podcast where you will learn how to become a successful entrepreneur, hopefully, even if you are blind. So, today's episode is about my day. It was, it started as a gloomy day for me. I was tired after I woke up in the middle of the night. It was almost 3:15 in the morning, and I woke up after hearing a sound coming from the first floor. I usually sleep in the first floor, and I heard this sound. It was a comic cartoon sound. I think it was PJ Mask, the cartoon sound which my son watches all the time. It was coming from the ground floor, and it was in the middle of the night, and I thought all the lights were switched off, and I thought my son was watching the show in the middle of the night after all of us were sleeping. So that's what I initially thought. So I went closer, and then the sound became feeble, and I somehow went downstairs, and I found the Dell laptop playing the cartoon, even though the screen was locked. I could see a small window of YouTube video player in the lock screen, and since the Bluetooth connection of the Dell laptop was turned on, the audio was streaming through Alexa, and that was weird because at the time when I went to sleep, that was at about 11:45 p.m. After recording the podcast yesterday. I had not, I didn't hear any sound or anything playing from Alexa, but I wonder how it started playing automatically. So I turned the Bluetooth off, switched the turned Alexa off, and then went back to sleep. And it took me some time to go back to sleep, and I wasted at least 1.5 hours of my sleep, and so the lack of sleep was making me uh, feel tired, and my head was feeling a bit more heavier than usual when I woke up in the morning. So I had my coffee. Apologies. So I had my coffee a bit earlier, and after my breakfast, I was ready to take some photographs of me holding this microphone. It's the Samsung Q2U microphone. It is a good microphone. I bought it from Amazon last year, and it's still working superbly. And I love the sound it records. It's really crisp and neat, and it's easy to use. It's a USB microphone. It is. I highly recommend you to check it out. If you want, I can leave a link in the show notes, and you can also find all the devices and gears that I use for recording my podcast and as a blind person at moneyisblind.com. Right. So I took this microphone, removed its wire, and Shamnaz came on time, and he shot some photographs with me wearing the polarized sunglasses, and with me wearing my normal spectacles, the ones that I wear as a hobby right now because it is not of much use to me anyway. But I still keep wearing it. I don't know why, because I think it makes me look a bit more professional. It gives me a doctor look, maybe, I don't know. And after snapping some after snapping some shots with the microphone in my hand, I then turned to my MacBook Pro mid 2012, and then I took some other photos. No, I didn't take the photos. I posed for the photos, and my personal assistant Shamnas took the photos, and we were done for the morning work. It's usually between 9 and 9:45 p.m. that we record videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Saturdays. So as today was a Wednesday, we had some time, and that's why I thought, why not click some photos that I can use in moneyisblind.com, and also uh, as the podcast cover art. Mm, yeah, after collecting all those photos for the b-roll and for my elements folder that I created yesterday, uh, we went to office, and here are the things that I did at the office today. I sent a broadcast email to all the Dofody users. That's something that I do every fortnightly. That means twice every month. So I write as a doctor who shifted from a conventional offline clinic to an online clinic, and today's subject was why I prefer only doing online doctor consultations and not the other way around. So there are many patients who ask me this question, and I explained. I was giving them three reasons, and I explained one of the reason in this email, and I blasted it out to all the Dofody users, and that means only the patients, not the doctors. And I think email marketing is still holding strong even in 2022. Uh, as we are stepping onto 2023, I think email marketing is still strong, and we shouldn't ignore or uh, stay away from this channel of marketing because it is still strong. We still get so many conversions, and the open rates of our emails are very good. Maybe I gotten better at copywriting, and maybe that's why, I don't know. So after that, we scheduled two push notifications through Google Firebase, and I do all the office work with the help of my personal assistant. I have already explained why you should also hire a personal assistant before thinking about starting your own online business. So, what are push notifications? These are notifications that you get from your apps in your iPhone or Android phone, whether it's Amazon app or WhatsApp. Those ping ping, those notifications. We also deliver such notifications through Dofody app. Some are transactional notifications. That means when a doctor sees a patient, when a prescription is ready, when a consultation is booked. Those kind of notifications are called transactional notifications, and they are all automatic. But these are marketing notifications. That's Team Dofody wishing our users seasonal greetings. And the first one that I created was a Christmas wish to our users. I put so many Santa cap emojis, Santa emojis, Christmas tree emojis, and sparkles and all in the message, and we scheduled it on to be sent out to our users, including patients and doctors, on December 25th at 7 a.m. And later I sent another push notification today itself, and that one was about the advantages of shifting to online consultations when compared to a traditional offline consultations. And I mentioned the average consultation time a patient spends with a doctor in Dofody is around 13 to 14 minutes, whereas at a regular doctor's outpatient departments, it's less than 3 minutes. So which one do you prefer? That's the question that I asked. And sending these messages, these are important channels of marketing, and you should also be sending these messages to your users on a regular basis to keep in touch with them, to build an attractive character. They should know that there is some person who is behind this company. And every time I send a mail, I sign it off with my name in it, so they get to know me better. So I'm trying to build an attractive character around myself. So that's another strategy which was introduced to me by Russell Brunson. Thank you, Russell. In his .com Secrets book, I read that book 2 times now. You should also start building an attractive character. It is one of the best and easiest way how you can grow your business from zero to a profitable one. So after that, the same email that I blasted out to our users, I edited it. I converted it into a blog post and published it in blog.dofody.com. You can check it out by visiting blog.dofody.com. I'm sharing all these tips in Money is Blind podcast because during the initial stages of a startup or a company, you need to know what are the things that you need to do as a marketing manager. What are the channels that bring in more customers? What are the channels that your customers like the most? And when the company grows, you can hire right persons and delegate them this task and teach them how you used to do it. So that's another topic. That's called a business system. So that's what I did. Did some marketing. Then I had some prescriptions to complete. The prescriptions that I had to write. I use my keyboard K480. That's a Bluetooth keyboard. I type all the prescriptions, and Shamnas helps me to navigate through the prescription form. It's a 5-step process, and it takes almost 2 to 3 minutes to complete writing up a prescription and sending it to the patient. As Dofody is accessible through voiceover and talkback, I can do it all by myself in my iPhone, but it takes a bit longer. It takes me about 10 minutes to do the same work, but when I get help from my assistant, I can do the same work in less than 2 or 3 minutes. So I prefer the latter because I don't like to waste my time though. Yeah. I had a couple of consultations in the last 2 or 3 days, and some prescriptions were due, and I sent it. I finished those consultations, and after that, we moved on to editing the 7th episode of Money is Blind podcast. It was a short one. I think it was only 17 minutes long. And after editing it, it was only 16 minutes and some seconds. So I use a new background music in this podcast, the seventh episode. I talk about various topics in the seventh episode. It's not regarding a particular subject. I talk about business systems, about editing videos, and what I did on December 3rd, 2022. That's the topic for of the seventh episode. And after editing it and exporting it, by the way, we still use Shortcut. That's the name of the software that we use to edit the podcast. It's not Audacity, it's not GarageBand in Mac. It's Shortcut. It is actually a video editor, but as my personal assistant is comfortable editing videos using Shortcut, I think he'll be able to do the same on. I think he'll be able to do audio editing easily on Shortcut. That's why we use a Shortcut, and after exporting it, we scheduled it to be published today at 7 p.m. And later, after lunch, we did some interesting work. So Anchor gives us an RSS URL or a link. It goes like https://anchor.fm/ some numbers, and there will be a podcast word somewhere in the middle of that URL. And if you copy that URL, that's the RSS feed. It doesn't open in a normal web browser. So don't try opening it in your Safari or your Chrome browser. But if you copy it, and I recommend you to keep it in your Notes app somewhere safe. If you want if you want your podcast to be available on other podcast players like Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and some other podcast players, you have to manually submit your podcast. And by submitting, I mean you have to submit this RSS URL. So yesterday, after finishing cut that. So yesterday, after I completed recording the podcast, I navigated in my iPhone using the Safari browser to podcastconnect.apple.com. I created a new podcast account there using my current Apple ID, and everything is can be done using VoiceOver. Believe me, I created it. I submitted the RSS feed. There are two ways you can create a show in Apple Podcast. Either you can use an external podcast hosting provider like Anchor, Buzzsprout, or you can directly upload your episodes to Apple. I thought it will be easy if I can upload it directly to Anchor and use it as a hosting platform rather than manually uploading each and every episode on Anchor and then on Apple Podcast. So I went with the latter option. And then there is a new feature which is available in Apple Podcasts. It's called subscriptions. I can set some of my episodes as premium content and offer it only to my subscribers. But in order to get this feature, I have to pay 1,800 rupees per year to Apple. And it's available in all the countries. A similar feature is available in Anchor.fm, but I think it is available only in the United States. I have applied for it, but I haven't got it. So I think that's a beautiful feature. So I can talk a bit more in detail about some of my personal life and how I use gadgets and softwares on a daily basis in some of the premium episodes. And you guys who are really keen to know all those stuff can subscribe to the show and then listen to those episodes as well. So you can expect that sort of categories within my podcast in the future, but not now. All right. So I created Apple Podcast and published the show there. And today afternoon at the office, we did the same, submitted Money is Blind podcast in Google Podcast and then on Amazon Music. As an email address is attached with all RSS feed URL, we have to confirm that the email address attached with the RSS URL belongs to us. And so Amazon and Google, both of them sent me an email which had to be confirmed by me. We did that, and after that we changed the cover art. We use Canva. It's like Photoshop on steroids running on the web. I hope you know what Photoshop is. Adobe's Photoshop is the most popular software when it comes to photos editing. So canva.com is another such software which is free, which offers us many free templates. It has a premium paid plan as well, but you can use Canva for creating anything on the internet, whatever you want to create, a post, a profile picture, a YouTube banner, a cover photo, a clip art, anything can be done using Canva. And so I changed the Money is Blind podcast cover art. I use one of the photos in which I'm holding the Samsung microphone in one of my hands, and I'm wearing polarized sunglasses, and I've written Money is Blind on the other side. So it's not me, Shamnas did it. Have a look at it if you can see, or ask your family members how it looks. And if you have any suggestions, of if you don't like it, you can tell me. I'll leave a question in this episode. You can answer directly through Anchor by sending in your voice messages. I'm eagerly waiting to hear your voice messages on Anchor. So these are some of the things that I did, and in between, we had an email chain that was going on between a company who are engaged in migrating servers. We are migrating our servers of some of our websites from one server provider to another because of some technical reasons. So we are doing the migration this weekend, and the meeting was due at 4:30 p.m. today. I attended it. It's over. Late in the evening, I went to my cousin's place. He is going back to United Kingdom where he works. So I had to visit him. We had a good time there, and we reached back home at about 10 p.m. And here I am sitting recording this podcast at 11 p.m. So that was my day. What do you think about this episode? Am I going too fast by recording an episode daily? Do you guys think I should decrease the frequency from 5 days a week to 2 or 3 days a week? What do you guys think about this podcast? Tell me as a voice message. You can send a voice message. You can also directly write to me by visiting moneyisblind.com/contact. You can find the contact page in moneysblind.com and fill up the small form, which is also accessible by voiceover and talkback. You can easily send your type in your email address, message, and send it directly to me. I will definitely go through it and reply uh, to your emails. So on that note, so on that note, I'll wind up this episode. Thank you so much for listening. And always remember, if you haven't subscribed to this show, please do it right now. Rate it, review, give me your reviews. I would love to hear more from you. And that's it. Dream big, chase your dreams, build a business, and become independent. That's the message that I want you guys to keep in your head all the time. So until I talk to you guys in the next one, it is me, Prasoon, signing off. Thank you so much for listening once again. Bye bye.